Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 56, Mike, 56. So we got man.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
A run for Nick Chubb. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Chubb. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Safe. Pick the edge. Come.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
56.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now they try the right side here. He's at the 50, 30, And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 69 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Watch out, watch out.
On 2nd and a couple. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
56 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check it up. It's gonna be a long. It's gonna be a long day. 56. Go. Right there. 56.
2nd and 6. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Shift. Go. Shift. He's coming. He's got it.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
56 to mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Oh, you got deep? Kill. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shift. Check. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
56. I got one. Mike 56. Mike 56. In your face. Check 31. Check.
Now back to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Man, I got you. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash. What? Kill. Watch the edge.
Here's 2nd and 8. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, come on up. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D. Slam. Switch. Hey, watch this. Check 43. Kill.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Coming this way. Here we go.
They go play action now. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Slam, slam, slam. Check 13. Check 13.
Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the green. Tight go. Jim. Check 9, check 1.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
50's the mark. Here we go. Mike's 50. You gonna get this boy?
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go play action with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's got room. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken short. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Check 26. Check 24. Check 24.
Now they try the right side here. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, 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 check. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 52. Watch twist. Watch twist. Switch. Switch. Check out. Check
37. 2nd and 10. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Cracks, cracks. Shift, shift. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch, oh. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Showing it, showing it.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Bring it. Bring it. Watch the safety creep. Hey, check for him.
They'll throw now on the final play. Being chased out left. And his pass incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check safety, check safety.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now it's Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Go, go, go. Check your hot read. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Set.
2nd and 9 now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up third down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to third down and making a play there.
Mike 50, Mike 50. All right, T, let's go. Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Send it through.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Rush in. Tighten up. Shit.
They run. Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Ain't no such thing. We taking wins home. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. He's cracked. He's checking crack. Kill. Watch it.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Henry running right. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 20-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch it. Check 43.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
6 man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Complete to number 18. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
Here we go, here we go. Touchdown. 56. Watch the run. Kill, kill, kill.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Slam, slam, slam. Check 13, check 13. Jim, 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 Jim. Check 9, check 9. Slam, slam.
Second and 6. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Deuce. No. Off. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check the backer. Delta.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Cleveland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.